So welcome to Boxing Media Hub, and you're with Joel and Ash Lane, and we are sponsored by Falcon Contracting, Price Global Solutions, and boxbets.co.uk, the home of boxing betting. Box responsibly, bet responsibly, and 18 plus. Box responsibly as well, guys. Joshua Buatsi versus Dan Azeez. We did do a prediction show, but this was ages ago. And it was when the news first broke. And then obviously we had the injury, I think it was, to Dan Azeez. So we've had the delay. We're finally going to get the fight we really want to see. And trust me, this one is a cracker, in my opinion. Saturday, 3rd of February. It's coming around quick. Wembley Arena in London. Joshua Buatsi, 17 fights, 17 wins, 13 knockouts. Dan Azeez, 20 fights, 20 wins, 13 knockouts for the British and Commonwealth light heavyweight titles. This is going to be a corker. Buatsi last out in May. I think it was against Stepian, which was a win, unanimous decision. Azeez last out July last year. Gradia, which was a win on points, which was an 8-rounder. So this is going to be a tough one. This literally has split people down the middle, this fight. I know, Ash, that you're a big fan of Buatsi, 100%. I know you love his style, the way he boxes. He's been on for big things the moment he turned pro. There's been a lot of pressure on him, to be fair. But Dan Azeez, I love the workhorse mentality of Dan Azeez. He's gone through the grassroots, like Ash. I know you love like it when people really do it. He's really sort of pushed himself, going through those titles, like from from bottom to top. He's worked his way up, hasn't he? And I think that's why he's gained the respect and got to this position. These guys are mates as well, which makes it even a tastier fight because they know what's on the line in this. There's a big opportunity after winning this fight, in my opinion. And I know there's some wicked fights in this division for these two guys. Whether they win or lose, there's still big fights in this for both guys. But the winner really flies up there and has a massive opportunity, in my opinion.
Whoever loses in this fight, depending on how they lose, their stock can go up a ton in this fight because it's such a 50-50 final. Both very good kids, depending how they lose.
If this is a war and goes all the way, then people could ask for people could ask for a rematch. This is the thing. This has got, and the beautiful thing is, this is in London, and this is where this fight should be, because it is literally. These two are just built for, this has got British written through and through it, isn't it? It's a cracking
nip and tuck fight. Well, Chris has nip and tuck.
Yeah, 100%. Jam, I fancy Dan Azeez for this one, to be honest. iBoxing Hub, big up, big shout out to you guys. SWS Boxing are tough to call. I keep changing my mind. Sam, I'm in the same boat, mate. I think that's the struggle a lot of people are having, to be fair. Jam saying by unanimous decision for Dan Azeez. Salute Jam, and Chris says iBoxing Hub. Yeah, forget about us, mate. Oh, and Sam. Oh, it's even better. Got a Sam before us. Currently leaning towards Azeez. See there,
who have you got, Joel?
Oh, I thought that was coming. Wait a second. Jam. Chris has said, I fancy Azeez on points. He has the momentum for me. Buatsi been underwhelming in recent fights. I think he has been, to be fair. I don't think he's been at the same level, but is this a fight that's really going to get him and really going to push him up? I think it is going to be that sort of fight. Walking out like they did with a Coley, just don't think Buatsi is in the same once was. Friends now enemies. I like it, says Chris. Yeah, they are always. The bad blood fights are always great. Hakan, great fight. I'm going to this one at Wembley Arena.
Lucky fella.
That's going to be a
lucky fella.
Great one.
That
Great card
atmosphere
as
will
well.
be immense.
Wicked card. I had Azeez before injury. I'm still saying Azeez. Right.
So are you going to follow the crowd with this one, Joel?
Do you know
or
what?
Are you going to be?
My last prediction was Joshua Buatsi, right? Because the style in which Joshua Buatsi is, I think his boxing ability is fantastic. I think he's a fantastic boxer, probably the best at that weight. But he just seems to like he's losing that edge, that tenacious edge that he had prior. Hasn't seemed to have been there in the last couple of fights. That's not to say we won't see it in this fight, but because this could be the fire that brings it back. He's going to need to fight in this one, because Dan Azeez is a tough guy, and he's going to make it hard. For me, I don't see a stoppage. I think this goes the whole way. But I think the momentum is with Dan Azeez. I genuinely think it is. I think, but it depends on that injury. That's my sticky point.
What was the injury? Do we know?
Now you're asking. I'm not sure off the top of my head. Stick in the comments.
It makes a difference.
Help me out. Help me out in the comments, lad. But yeah. Look, Ben Whittaker to box on Joshua Buatsi and Dan Azeez undercard. Oh, mate. If I wanted to watch dancing, I watch Strictly. Got a little bored of Buatsi in his last few fights, to be honest. Before then, really loved the guy. Yeah. There you go. Everyone's just assuming Buatsi beats Dan Azeez, like everyone picked a Coley over Willem Smith. I think he's got a point, hasn't he? Because we all did. So
on the looks of things, Joel, you're picking Azeez.
Do you know what? It's such a hard. It's a tough one, and the same as Sam, it can change week in, week out. It literally can. But I assume you're going Buatsi.
Yeah, if you had your last tenner, Azeez or Buatsi,
I'll be broke. For me, mate, I would go with Dan Azeez. I just think momentum is a major. But could I see it go either way? Which I think you could, Ash.
No, I'm not going. I'm not gonna lie. I've really rated Buatsi ever since he turned pro. His last few fights, he's kind of lost a bit of. I don't know what it is. He just hasn't quite.
It was a back injury. Ash, a back injury.
Okay, so yeah, with Buatsi, he hasn't quite lived up to his hype and expectations. Adverse. In his last few fights, I mean, his skill set, like, I really, really do rate. I think if Buatsi has that spark in him, the fire in the belly, he can win this fight. I win very well. Can Dan Azeez out hustle him, grind him, and beat him just from guts, heart, spirit? He could. But if I
convince yourself.
if I had my last £10, I would put it on Buatsi. Points. I really, really do rate Buatsi. I have ever since he turned pro. And although he's kind of been disappointed in his last couple of fights, I think and I hope that this fight really brings out the spark in him, and it brings out the best in him. And I think he wins this fight and then moves on. So, but I think it'll be a very close, hard-fought, tough fight. I just think that little bit of extra cuteness with the skill wins for Buatsi.
Well, do you know what? If I had my last tenner, I'd put it on Ash Lane. But yeah, people,
I like that.
In the comments, Sam wouldn't. In the comments, Leave your predictions. Let us know what your thoughts are. Are you, should we say, Team Joel, Team Ash? Are you Joshua? Or are you Dan? Let us know on this one. Big fight, as I say, Saturday, 3rd of February at the Wembley Arena in London. A fight not to be missed, I think, is the best way to describe it. But until then, as I say, sponsored by Falcon Contracting, Price Global Solutions, and boxbets.co.uk. Until next time, thank you, everyone in the comments. Have some of this.